but it fits right inside the passenger's door. And so I just set that down there. It's just level enough so that nobody can actually see the tub. They can only see the top half of me. And I just go someplace remote, shower myself down, and then dump the water out, and then fold this back up, and it sets right back up here. Hey, I'm Justin. This is my BMW i3. Come check it out inside. This is the most interesting side of the vehicle. Lots going on here, so I'll kind of break it down for you one by one. First, you want to make good habits as easy as possible, and so I've got the Ninja Foodie. It's got 12 different tools in it. You can air fry, bake, broil, steam, pressure cook, saute, keep warm, anything you want to cook. It's basically a portable kitchen inside your car. And this is 1500 watts of power, but I have an inverter strapped to the car battery, and so I can power all my electronics. It's 2000 watts of power that comes straight from the car battery, and so I can use it to power all my electronics. So just enough juice to get this thing going. Air fry. I've cooked delicious meals in this. So this is a full-size bed. It's probably about like a little over 6 foot, I'd say. Just enough. I'm 5'9", so this works out great. But this comes off, and then underneath it is a full dryer. So while I'm on the road, I definitely want to be able to wash my clothes. And so what I do is I wash it all by hand. I have a stainless steel pot. It's 4 gallons. Throw about 2 gallons of water in there, bunch of baking soda, some lemon juice, mix it all together, toss it, rinse, toss, throw it in the dryer, then you're good to go. You have fresh, clean clothes. They smell fantastic, and you know there's no harmful chemicals are going inside the inside your clothes and leaking into your skin. Underneath the bed here, this is a 6-inch memory foam pad. It folds up, and there's still the original back seat to the vehicle. And so what I can do is take that foam pad, throw it underneath here, and I still have a passenger seat to get people back and forth in a pinch. And right underneath the seat, this is a pop-out tent right over here. And it's ready. So when you need a change in the middle of the night or use the restroom in emergency, this just pops out like that. Super quick, no hassle. And then when you want to throw it back together, there it is. You know, that whole process was less than a minute to fold it all out and fold it all back together. So very handy to have. Showering, changing. It's a great tool. You can buy it on Amazon. It's about 50 bucks. Underneath where the tent was, I just have a little cardboard just to make sure to give it a little extra sturdiness. But underneath that, I have extra storage room. So I took out the bottom seats, and this is where I have all my car equipment and my suits, and just anything that's a long-term storage is going to go underneath here. Electric vehicles don't come with a spare tire, so it's really important that you have a tire patch and then a lift for your vehicle just in case you need to change a tire while you're on the road and you get a flat. This is technically it's a 12-volt DC RV pump, completely silent, and it can run dry for quite a while without damaging the pump. But I attached a shower head to it, and so I added a small AC adapter to it that's low power, just so it doesn't use a whole lot of gallons. It's very efficient. I want to make sure that my water source is lasting me for as long as I can make it. And then on top of that, right behind the water pump over here, it's kind of tucked away in the back, but there is a medium room dehumidifier. And with that dehumidifier, where I'm from in Seattle, it's very humid, and moisture and condensation will build up inside your car, and that will make fungus start to grow. And you don't want fungus in your car. It's a bad time. So the dehumidifier dries the air for you, but on top of that, I get half a gallon of water per day while it's raining that's purified, and it's gone through an air purifier, and I just drink straight from the dehumidifier. It tastes amazing. I trust it over tap water. It's basically rainwater that's been through an air purifier, so I'll drink that any day of the week. Tastes great. Helps supplement my water supply, And even tonight, I probably got a mason jar's worth of fresh water just from sleeping in my car last night while I was in San Diego. And last but not least, on this side, so this goes in conjunction with the hose that I just showed you, and it's a fold-out tub. You can buy these on Amazon. It's about $100, but it fits right inside the passenger's door. And so I just set that down there. It's just level enough so that nobody can actually see the tub. They can only see the top half of me. And I just go someplace remote, shower myself down, and then dump the water out, and then fold this back up, and it sets right back up here. And that whole process is really quick. You want to make good habits as easy as possible. And so making sure that you can clean your clothes and shower and stay hydrated while you're on the road is critical to being successful in the van life field. Over in the back here, this is just a fold-out table. You can buy these on Amazon. I think they're $45. It's all aluminum. It probably weighs about 7 pounds. It's really light, and I can just take this out, and this is what I'll use for cooking. This is a dual burner induction stove. You can get these on Amazon. It's about $150. 2 burners, 2,000 watts of power, but each burner, this one can go about 800 watts and this one can go about 600 watts. So one's for like sauteing and then one's for actually cooking your meal. Nice thing about the induction stove is that they heat up really quick. It's kind of low power, and then on top of that, you can still use your cast iron skillet and your stainless steel tools, and I find that those taste really good, and it's basically like a barbecue. So this is the stainless steel pot, 4 gallons. I use this for doing laundry and everything, so I don't want, want to make sure that it's clean. But what you want to do is you still want to use the space, so you always want to have bags that just pop out like that, and you can put it back in so you're not wasting any space. But this is just all my condiments, coffee filters, anything that is kitchen related, just kind of goes in that bag that just pulls out really easy. And this just sits right on the induction stove, and you can also use it to boil water, so I use this to heat up water for my showers. And then that goes back. This bag just has all my clothes in it, nothing fancy. They do get wrinkly, but I also have an iron in case I'm going to a job interview or anything like that. I can just iron them out real quick. Not a big deal. Running out of space. But this is just a shop vac head, and so this was like $30 from Home Depot. You can pick them up. So what was great was you can still utilize all the space inside the bucket. And so this is where I have my car charger, just in case I go to a friend's or family's house. It's a level 1. It's really slow, but it's all good because you can just plug it into a regular AC outlet, 120 volts, and still charge your car. It takes about 12 hours to charge it, but it's better than nothing, and it's free for you. So you definitely want to make the most of your money, and we'll throw that back in there. Moving on to the other side. So this is where I do my business. I buy and sell books on Amazon. I process them all straight from my car. What I'll do is I'll go into local retailer, thrift shops, and so like your Goodwills, and go through their book catalogs, and I will look at their books and check Amazon, see if it can be sold for a profit. If so, I buy it, and then I will print out a shipping label. I have a small little printer. I stick it on the back of the book. Once I get 50 pounds of books, I ship it to Amazon. They hold on to the inventory. Clearly I can't hold on to any inventory in here, so they hold on to it. I set the price, and when it sells, they cut me a check. Simple as that. It's the closest thing I could come to passive money while I'm on the road. It snowballs as well, so as you keep accumulating more books, those paychecks keep getting bigger and bigger. This is just my laptop bag. This is where I keep all my book equipment's all in here. So I've got my scales, my book stands. This is the printer. So just all my office supplies goes into this blue bag. It's nice because it's kind of it's a modular bag, so you know it's not very stiff. It's malleable, so you can move it around in case you need to. But throw that back in there. This is a 4.4 cubic foot mini fridge, and it's also a freezer. And so this, I detached the handles, so this just comes down like that, and there's a little crisps drawer down below, mason jars for preserving and making meal preps, and then all of my condiments, and even a gallon of water is stuck inside there, just so I can have nice, cool, refreshing water when I need to. Tucked away in the back here is just a little heater, so it gets kind of cold in the middle of the night, and so I just have a little heater that I inherited from a family member. Just perfect size right there. It just shoots up. It's right next to my bed, so I don't need a lot of power to keep myself warm at night. And the last part of this vehicle is what I call the water station. And so this is where I hold all my extra water. So I've got 5-gallon blue container here, and then this is my distiller. The distiller helps purify the water because you don't know where your water source is coming from. It's coming from a tap somewhere. And so you want to make sure that you clean it out. The distiller will boil the water evaporates, it goes through a bunch of copper coils which are cooled by a fan, and then it recondenses into this little container right here. Also in the front bumper, I use this for extra space for like your baking soda. I also have, what else is in here? Borax, you know, just general detergents and tools that have multiple uses but are also safe for your body and safe to consume if you need to. And that's how I know I'm living, you know, as healthy as I can while I'm on the road. So that's pretty much the grand tour of things. But yeah, I've lived in this one for a year, and I lived in a little sedan for 2 years. I'd say that this is a much better experience. You start where I started, where you just throw a mattress into your car and then you go. And you kind of build along as you go. The reality is, like, I started with a mattress and a mini fridge and an inverter. That's where this all started, and then you just piece together. You have problems as you go. You're like, how do I do laundry? I don't want to go to a laundromat, so how do I make myself self-sufficient? And then how do I do that with all the space I have in here? And what makes you focus with the amount of space that you have is that there's not a lot of room, so you can't hold a whole lot. So you really have to figure out what's important in your life and narrow it down to exact science and then make it happen.